Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about 5, maybe 6 amazing coffee table books by Black women and women of color from the UK. But you know what it's like when you look on Instagram and social media and you see the same Chanel and Tom Ford and Dior coffee table books. Look, I'm not hating on them or anything, but I just wanted to give you something that's slightly different. Also, with Christmas being around the corner, these make perfect gifts, but not just for Christmas, for housewarmings, birthdays, for anyone who's into aesthetics and likes being inspired and likes books. I think these would make a perfect gift. So let's go straight into it. The first book on my list is Hill House Living by Paula Sutton. Paula needs no introduction, or Auntie Paula as we fondly refer to her. This book came out probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago, so it's quite a new book, and I think it would make a fantastic gift for anyone who's into vintage vibes, into country house living, someone who loves that sort of aesthetic and wants to find out more about it. Now, what I like about this book is I think it does a little bit of everything in a really lovely way. You get to hear a little bit of Paula's story. Obviously, on Instagram, we see all of the beautiful images, all of the beautiful table settings, her wonderful house in Norfolk, her beautiful words, but I find that the book tells you a little bit more about her story, and it brings all of that to life. She also touches on things like, finding the best vintage items, recipes that sort of align with that country house living vibe. And I think it would make such a perfect gift for someone who is into that sort of thing. Now, for me, that isn't my exact sensibility, but it's not a problem because I love Paula and I just wanted to find out more about her. I haven't actually finished reading this book for good reason. I am saving it for that beautiful moment between Christmas and New Year where you're just seated at home, warm and cozy, and you have all of the time in the world, and you can just take time to flick through the pages and look at it and enjoy it. One of the reasons why I like this coffee table book, just from what I've read already, is that there's so many practical tips. So whether you like vintage shopping, or you're into country house styling, or you want recipes that align with that, Paula has included all of that in this book. The book is £22. I ordered it off of Amazon, but you can order it off of any bookshop. Some are independent, some people prefer Amazon, and I'll put links to all of the books that I mentioned in the description box below. One thing to mention as well, you'll see at the bottom of the screen, I have placed some timestamps. Obviously, I'd love for you to watch the whole video, but if you prefer to skip to particular books, you can do that. And with this being a small channel, if you're enjoying it, please remember to like or to subscribe, because it helps a little channel like ours go a long way on these YouTube streets. So the second coffee table book on my list is this amazing book by Marianne Loom Martin. She lives in Morocco, in Marrakesh. She is also the owner and designer of a boutique hotel called Jnane Tamzna. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is on my bucket list of boutique hotels to visit. One day, fingers crossed, I'll be able to make a trip there. And I discovered her and the boutique hotel through a trip that Bozoma St. John, or Badass Boz, as many of you know her, took a couple of years ago. And since then, I've been completely entranced and amazed by this woman's design sensibility. So the best way to think about this book is it is a VIP access to the best homes in Marrakesh. Marianne is so well connected, she's so good, and she has such a strong design sensibility. And what she's done is she's visited all of these homes, told you a little bit of the story, broken down what's happening from a design perspective, and she's presented so many different types of styles, all within Marrakesh. I think there's a common thing where people think of Morocco and they think of design and they think of one type of thing. And I think what Marianne has done in this coffee table book is just to be able to show you all of the different design sensibilities, approaches that are available in the best homes in Morocco. One thing I'll say about this book is that in lockdown, it was such a lifesaver for me. I remember when it was miserable and grey and cold in London, we had no idea when we'd ever be coming out of lockdown or whether we would be able to travel again. And I remember I had a couple of weeks where every lunchtime I would just pick up this book and read 2 or 3 pages and just be completely transported to another place. And it was such a wonderful thing to be able to do. I think this book is a great gift for anyone who loves travel, for anyone who loves beautiful homes and beautiful spaces, for anyone who loves history and storytelling. It just brings all of those worlds perfectly together. I can't remember where I ordered it from, but like most of the books that I talk about in this video, you can offer them from any reputable bookseller. I'm gonna drop links in the description box below. The price varies from place to place. I think I've seen it listed at £46, but just take a look. I think it's a great gift. I would love to have received it. It's one that I would be happy to give to someone in the future, and I think it makes a great Christmas gift for the right sort of person. The third book on my list is a book called Beautiful. It is a book of photography by Mario Orpagna, who is a Parisian-based photographer. Absolutely love his work. And the book is presented by WoC Publishing, which is one of the brands on Janet's List. If you've not heard of Janet's List before, we're a platform that helps people to discover and buy from amazing brands by Black women and women of color from the UK. You can do that through the website. I'll drop the links in the description box below, but also our physical pop-ups, of which we have one in Soho in London coming up for Christmas 2021. Now back to the book Beautiful. I actually had a copy, but I've given it out and I haven't replaced it, so I don't physically have one, but I'm gonna drop some pictures in here. It contains beautiful photography of Black women. It is very much inspired by the women in Mario's life, aunties, mother, grandmother, and so he's captured that beauty and strength into a lovely book that would look fantastic on any coffee table. So if there's anyone in your life who loves photography, who loves beauty, who wants something with melanated skin that you can see all of that beauty on a coffee table, then I think this is an excellent gift. It costs £30. You can order it from Janet's List, and we have express shipping as well if you need it. So if you're looking for a Christmas gift or a birthday gift, this would be a perfect gift for the right sort of person. I'm gonna leave all the links to that in the description box below. So the next coffee table book on my list is Baskets by Tabara Ndiaye. I'm just gonna hold that up to the camera briefly so that you can see. Tabara is the founder of La Basketry, which is an amazing business where she works with female artisans in Senegal, and they produce all of these amazing baskets. So using materials such as grass, cane, rope, and what she does in this book is she sort of takes you along on that journey. So I think this book would be perfect for anyone who's interested in, who's like crafty, who likes to make things, who wants to use their hands. You know, at the moment we're spending so much time on Zoom and on cameras, so for some people it's a real opportunity to take a step back and actually use your hands to make something. So obviously Tabara is extremely knowledgeable about making baskets, and in this book she shares some of that knowledge, but in a very easy and accessible way. So if you're a person who's never made a basket before, or you've never even thought of making it, following this book will help you to get through it. And she also sets out the equipment and everything that you would need to be able to do that. So it's very practical. Similarly, if you just want a beautiful book that you can flip through, see all of this amazing artistry, then the book absolutely does that. I'm going to drop the details of where you can buy the book and the price in the description box below. I'm also going to drop a link to La Basketry as well, because they have amazing products which are perfect for homewares and make great gifts. So the next book on my list, it's not strictly speaking a coffee table book, it's a cookbook, but I actually use it as a coffee table book. I adore this book. It is Together. It is by the women of Hub, which is a community kitchen which was formed after the tragic circumstance of Grenfell, which if you live outside the UK and you've never heard about this before, please make sure you Google it and read it. Anyway, the women came together in this community kitchen after that devastating event, and they were cooking and sharing all of their recipes from different parts of the world. It was around the time when the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan, had moved to the UK, and she wanted to get involved with a project. She did all of this behind the scenes, and so she came together with the women. They came up with this idea of a cookbook, which has raised a huge amount of money for the community kitchen. It has expanded, it has become sustainable. And I remember when this book came out, I just thought to myself, the Duchess does things differently and she does them well. It was such a simple and genius idea that was completely grounded in community, something that everyone could use and enjoy, but at the same time had that charitable purpose and was giving back to a group of women who really deserved that help. The other thing I loved about this book is for the first time we were seeing the royal family with women who we would not ordinarily see on screen, women wearing hijabs, Muslim women having conversations on some of the largest platforms in the world. This book has been really transformative and life-changing for the women who've been involved in this project. So more than it being a beautiful coffee table book, it is actually a book that has a charitable purpose, and each book that is bought contributes to changing the lives of the women who've been involved in this project from the beginning. I'm gonna drop the price on screen as well as links to how you can get the book in the description box below. I wanted to do a very quick shout out for a book. Whilst it's not by a Black woman or woman of color, it features voices and images of women who are doing amazing things all over the world. I'm actually going to be giving it out as a gift, so I hope the person who it's going to doesn't actually see this. So what I love about this book is that it takes women all over the world who are doing amazing things, and we have paintings and portraits of them alongside a bit of a snapshot of all of the amazing things that they're doing. It is by Azolin, I don't know how to pronounce it, the publishers who make amazing coffee table books. So whilst it's not by a Black woman or woman of color, I thought it was a book worth mentioning because it features very many Black women and women of color who are doing amazing things. And that brings me to the end of the video. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you've gotten some different and interesting gift ideas, and I shall see you in the next video. I will post a couple of those in the link above. Bye.